Good evening and welcome to today's session of Travel and Webinars. This is your host Hanur Singh for the evening. So today we are going to discuss on one of our latest offerings, which is very unique and becoming quite popular in the Indian travel market, and it is on the trends for 2023. So these are cruises, especially the ones sailing on the Europe route. So the luxury segment has now a whole new experience to take care of, and the people covering the European continent try and prefer it via the cruises rather than taking interconnecting flights. But since this is a very high ticket size product, the people have very high expectations, and hence the travel agents has to deal with a lot of pressure to make sure that there are no hassles during the trip. So we at Travclan have always been aimed to solve the problems our travel agent partners face, and due to this, we have partnered directly with the Royal Caribbean Cruises to provide the faster confirmations, better prices, and an ultimate luxury experience. So I believe we should cover all these aspects in detail, and let's begin with today's session. It's my pleasure to welcome today Mr. Mahesh and Mr. Prashant from Royal Caribbean team. Hi Mahesh sir, how are you? Mahesh sir, you are not audible.
I hope everyone can hear me.
Right, right.
Hello everyone, how are you?
Yes, so I am also doing good, sir,
So
and I can see a
me
lot
and
of
my
our travel
colleague,
agent partners. Right, our partners are really excited for today's session. I can see a lot of people joined in early today. So I think we can begin with the session.
great. So uh, I'm Mahesh Dadlani. I'm working with Talent Travel Marketing. We are the representative of Royal Caribbean Cruises in India. We represent four brands, which are Royal Caribbean International, Celebrity Cruises, Azamara Cruises, and Silver Seas. Tyrant Travel Marketing, I'll just give you a brief intro. Tyrant Travel Marketing has been in this industry since last 30 years, and they are the pioneer in cruising. So I'll just start with the presentation. I hope, Harnu, you can see the screen.
Yes, sir, the screen is visible.
So as I said like Tyrant Travel Marketing is 30 years old. We are celebrating this year. We are celebrating our 30-year anniversary, and we are from last 30 years we are promoting cruises in India market. It's been a tough journey,
Sorry to
but
disturb you, sir, but your screen has again gone black. So can you please, reshare it once again?
just a moment. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
So Tyron has finished his 30. Tyron is now 30 years old. It's been a tough journey where Tyrant Travel Marketing started its journey from, because there was not that much of education on cruises in the initial years, but they are the one who started building the knowledge of cruises, how and where the cruises, why should people go on a cruise. So just uh, it's just a opportunity that will take you across the journey where we also when we joined the company, we also learned about how and what are the benefits of doing a cruise, especially covering the European region. So Royal Caribbean is one of the world's largest and the innovative cruise line. I'm sure that most of our travel partners have sold us, and when once the client comes back, they will have they have a very good feedback about the cruises, the way they enjoy the entertainment there, the way they enjoy the activities, the way the everything is planned on the ship. It was established in 1969. Royal Caribbean Cruises is a company which has been listed on New York Stock Exchange as well, being a headquarter in Miami. So there are these four brands which Royal Caribbean International promotes. That is one, Royal Caribbean International, where we see most of contemporary, family, and it's an innovative cruise line. So you see a lot of innovation in the Royal Caribbean Cruises. Celebrity Cruises focuses more on premium is a premium cruise line. It gives you a luxury at a very affordable rates. Then we have Azamara Club Cruise, which is a deluxe cruise line. It's an all-inclusive cruise. People, it helps you whenever you're going on a boat. It gives you a good amount of time on the destinations. Then we have a Silver Seas Cruises, which is ultra luxury cruise line. So it's a once you're inside a Silver Seas, you are for every stateroom you get a private butler. The guest service ratio is 1:1. So after every one guest, you'll get one person who will be handling the guests. Then why should we choose a cruise? Why people would love going back to back on a cruises, and why people would love to go on a cruise is because just we are providing a unique and memorable experience. The way once they come back, they'll share their experiences with the other friends, their colleagues, or relatives. That it gives them an immense pleasure of going into a place where you get everything as per your need. So in one particular ship, you have entertainment, you have activities, you have food, you have your staterooms, everything is there. Then there is a lot of customization a guest can go up with. Like if he doesn't like to go on a European itinerary, we have ships in US, we have ships in Asia. So there are different destinations where we are also uh, present. We also royal the cruises also cover multiple destinations. So once you're inside a ship, so you don't have to worry of packing and unpacking. You can unpack once, and you can then once you're finishing your itinerary, you can then again pack. It's very ease of planning that a lot of travel agents doesn't have to go through too much of hustle, that we if we have to take our guests to in this port, we have to take sorry, in this destination we have to take care of our guests. So once the guest is on the ship, they are the ship's responsibility, and the ship takes a very good care of the passengers. And then there is an unparalleled value. There's no experience, like you can't experience the same kind of features on the land. Uh, Royal Caribbean International, I'll just take you through some features of Royal Caribbean International in Europe region. So we have 26 magnificent ships overall, including the world's largest cruise ship. So the Royal Caribbean Company is only uh, cruise line which has the world's biggest and largest cruise ships. Our latest ship was Wonder of the Seas. Next year we are coming up with Icon of the Seas, which is again going to be the world's biggest cruise ship. We have innovations like North Star, iFly, Bionic Bar, ice skating, rock climbing, surfing, ziplining, Ultimate Abyss, and like these, there are a lot of innovations. And the best part is we cover 290 global ports. So our ships in Europe, we have a Quantum class ship, which is more technologically advanced ship. We have two ships in Europe, which will be sailing out is Odyssey and Anthem. Odyssey will be sailing out from Rome, and Anthem of the Seas will be sailing out from Southampton. Then we have Oasis class ship, which is the world's biggest cruise ship. That is, we have Symphony of the Seas, which will be sailing out from Barcelona and Rome. Then we have Voyager class ship, that is Explorer of the Seas, which will be sailing out from Rome. And then we have Radiance class ship, where you get a lot of l- light. You mean there's a lot of good light coming into the ship, which is will be again sailing out from Rome. And then we have Enchantment and Rhapsody, which will be sailing out from either Athens or Venice. I hope everyone enjoyed watching the video. Wasn't it wow? So, like I said, Royal Caribbean is more into innovations. They bring a lot of new features on the ship because it's a contemporary cruise line. So they have to get new features so that it can attract more and more guests on the board. So to be on the more of innovation side, we have Bionic Bar, where you can see the two or mechanical arms mixing your drink and serving you just on a click of you just have to type your drink on the iPad, and then you will be served with your favorite drink. We have Nostra, which goes 300 feet above the sea level, and it gives you a complete 180-degree view of the whole of the sea. Then we have a iFly, which is a virtual skydiving experience. Then we have a 270-degree. It's a launch where in the morning is a normal launch, and in the evening it completely transforms into a theater kind of an activity, a theater kind of a venue. So this is how 270-degree looks like in during the day, and this is how it transforms during the evening. We have Cplex, where it's a activity zone where kids can go and enjoy. We have bumper cars. Kids can play basketball. They can do normal roller skating. On our biggest Oasis class ships, we have Aqua Theater, where Olympic sports people perform as an artist here. Then we have Carousel, which is one of the famous in activity in US for the kids. We have on our biggest ships, Oasis class ship, we have Central Park, where you can find all natural flora. These are all natural parks. It's a theme which has been taken from New York Central Park. We have a rising tide bar, where on a bar you can go 3 level up and 3 level down. We have zip line on our Oasis class ships. The unique feature about our Oasis class ships are like we have loft suites. This is a royal loft suite which we are seeing. We have there is a living area downstairs and there's a bedroom upstairs. There's a 9-hole miniature golf course, a jogging track, rock climbing wall, flow riders. These are all activities where your guests can enjoy on the ship. We have Royal Promenade, where you can there is it transforms in the evening. The whole shows go and the shows goes there. There is a specialty restaurant. There's bar. You have a promenade cafe where you can go and grab a fresh made pizza. There's an ice skating ring on the ship where during the day you can do your ice skating, and during the evening you can see all those ice skating shows. For the kids, there is a H2O zone where the children can go and enjoy their water activities. On the cruise ship, there is also spa and gym. Gym is complimentary. The spa is chargeable. There is a duty-free shopping on the cruise ship where you can go and buy your favorite perfumes, watches, chocolates, beverages, alcohol, whichever you feel like. And for us, the most famous is the casino. You get casino rolling on all of our cruise ships. There's discos, bar, lounges on the ship. So there's a lot of things for the guests to do on the ship. We have theater where you get to see a lot of Broadway style entertainment. Where usually in Europe, if we go and buy a ticket for a Broadway style entertainment, we might have to pay 100 to 200 euros. But here you're already getting to see that without paying any additional cost. You can watch movie under the stars. This is a feature where you can just sit near to the swimming pool and you can watch the movie on the big gigantic screen. We have selected a few itineraries where most of where our big ships are sailing. So we have this is a itinerary for Symphony of the Seas where the ship is sailing out from Barcelona to Barcelona, visiting Palma de Mallorca, Provence, Florence, Rome, Naples, and back to Barcelona. So it's a return sailing. So our sailing starts from April to October. And then we have Odyssey of the Seas, which starts from Rome, covers your Greek eyes, goes to Turkey, comes back to Naples, while coming by visits Naples, and then comes to Rome. So we have a very few we have a lot of the 7 night sailing, but we also cover some 12 nights and 9 night sailings also in Odyssey of the Seas. So you can check out with TravClan or with us regarding any of these big sailings if your guests are interested with. Now, as I said, entertainment is already a part of your cruise. So we provide a Broadway style entertainment where your guests can go and enjoy the shows like Mamma Mia. And Studio B is your ice skating ring. These are our ice skating shows. Come Fly with Me. These are few of our Broadway style entertainment. Now let's come on to the accommodation part. We know like a lot of us has a lot of questions about accommodations, and uh, how would be the accommodation on a cruise ship, because it's such a big cruise catering to a lot of passengers. So we have accommodations as per the customer's need. So we have suites which is as big as our apartments, and we have a inside cabin also which is a smaller cabin. So we start with Royal Suite. It's a big suite, around 1500 square feet of your the size of the suite is around 1500 square feet. We have owner suites. We have a balcony stateroom, which is usually 198 square feet of the room size, and 55 square feet is the balcony size. We have promenade stateroom. We saw the promenade street. So these staterooms overlook these promenades. This comes under inside category, interior stateroom. We have ocean view stateroom where you can see there's a porthole where you can see outside the ship. This is a unique feature which we have came up in Royal Caribbean ships. There is a virtual balcony that there will be a floor to ceiling screen where you can see the view of outside of the ship. This is our inside stateroom. So we have a choice of dining. So food is available 24 hours in few of the venues. Basically, those are complimentary. There's a wide variety of international cuisine inside the ship. We have over the years seen that there's a huge demand of Indian customers also traveling on our ships. So uh, we have cruise line has started providing Indian meals, and on request we also provide Jain meals. So we also once you're making a booking, so we also provide you the option of your seating for the main dining room where you can choose the timing, like you want to have early dinner. So early dinner usually starts at 5:30 or 6 p.m, and a late dinner is at 8 or 8:30 p.m. So this is at the main dining room. At Windjammer Cafe, which is the buffet dining area, our dinner is served till 10 p.m. We also have an option of my time dining that as per your need, you can select your dining time. There's a specialty restaurants on the ship where if the guest wants to experience some unique cuisine, so they can go on these specialty restaurant like Izumi is a Japanese, and then there are a lot of Italian type of cuisines also being specialty restaurants in the ship. So the guest have to just pay a cover charge, and he can have as much as he wants. There's a buffet style restaurant which is also known as Windjammer Cafe. There's a pizza, burger, ice cream parlor on the ships, and then there is a complimentary room service as well. So for the dining options that we have is one is your incredible dining room where you can, if there's a group also, we can adjust the group in the main dining room also. We have Windjammer Cafe, which is a buffet style dining. Cafe Promenade is the place where you can get pizzas, burgers, and sandwiches. We have Park Cafe, Solarium Bistro, and Sorrento's. So on most of our ships, you'll find these complimentary venues. Then, as per the specialty restaurant, we have Chops Grill, which is Steakhouse, Giovanni's Table, Jamie's Italian, Wonderland, 150 Central Park. These all are our specialty restaurants, and you have to pay a cover charge. There's a uh, there's a benefit for the suite passengers. So our suite is basically divided into three parts: C class, Sky class, and Star class. For the Star class suite passengers, these specialty restaurants are all inclusive, so they don't have to pay any cover charge to come here. For the other classes, C class and Sky class, they have to pay a cover charge to visit any of the specialty restaurants. So this is our main dining room, which is of three tier. You have casual buffet all day, which is Windjammer Cafe. These are specialty restaurants: Giovanni's, Central Park, Chops Grill, Park Cafe. Now, a lot of us also think how would our guests be in connect with their loved ones while they are on the ship, because on the sea you don't get any internet services. So Royal Caribbean provides you the fastest internet on the sea, that is Voom, is in the name of Voom, where you can be easily connected with your family members at at their home. So you can sit on your in your leisure in your staterooms, or you're anywhere on the ship, and you can connect to the internet. These internet is chargeable. You have to pay for the internet, And for a Sky class and Star class, this is complementary. Now we have covered about Royal Caribbean. We are going to cover some few fact points of Celebrity Cruises, which is a premium cruise line. So there are three classes of ship which is sailing out from Europe. There are around seven ships in of Celebrity Cruises. So seven ships of Royal Caribbean and seven ships of Celebrity Cruises. Total overall, we are operating with 14 cruise ships in Europe in the coming summer. So we have Celebrity Silhouette and Celebrity Reflection. Silhouette will be sailing out from Rome, and Reflection will be sailing out from Barcelona to Rome and Rome to Barcelona. We have Constellation and Celebrity Constellation and Celebrity Infinity also sailing out from Europe. And then we have a new class, Edge class ships sailing out from Rotterdam. Edge is sailing out from Rome and Barcelona. Apex will be sailing out from Rome, doing a round trip journey going to the Greek Isles and coming back. Sorry, Celebrity Apex will be doing your Rotterdam sailing, will be going towards the northern Europe, and Beyond will be doing your Rome to Rome sailing, which will be for 9 nights or 12 nights sailing, covering your Greek Isles. We'll just go with a video. I'll just show you another video. So what comes to our mind when we see all these videos? So this all comes up with a note that this is an experience. This is how the cruise line has to deliver to their guests to make sure that these experiences, these guests carry on with them, and then they come back again to us with new kind of when we come up with new classes of ship. So this is where these Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Azmara, these cruise line have to come up with some new innovations every time. And we already had Solstice class, we had Millennium class, we came up with Edge class in 2019, and it is one of the most loved uh, class in cruises, which has got a very good feedback, and a lot of clients have obviously from India, from all over the world, they have loved going to Celebrity cruises. So we have defined our status, or we have defined ourselves with these edge class, and the way the cruises have started providing services to the customers is like now we start saying that we are a modern luxury cruise line. So we have those innovative designs, like we saw that bar. We have seen a lot of things inside the ship, like there's an infinity edge veranda stateroom. On a press of a button, you can open and close the balconies. We have a natural lawn inside on the ship with the natural grass, which you can see on the image itself, where you can play your putting green, and you can also enjoy your hot glass shows. We have interlocking staterooms where with one door opens up to the two connecting cabins. We have intimate outdoor spaces like solarium, is a indoor pool, cushioned lawn chairs, and peaceful hammocks. So with Celebrity cruises, there is a butler service in every suite where meals served by course, and there's a afternoon canopies. There's a pool butler which helps in assisting you find the right deck chair, and will help you with your drinks and towels and other requirements. There's a personal concierge on the ship which will help you to book your uh, shows, your shore excursions, and other things. Or you want a cake inside your stateroom, or champagne. So they will help you with these all services. So this is you can see this is a natural grass on the ship. These are some of the activities where the guests can enjoy. We have a tie-up with Apple. So on the Celebrity cruises, there's an iLaunch. So the guests can go there. They can use their internet services. They want to check the emails, their chats, everything. They can go and they can go to Celebrity iLaunch. So why should anyone choose Royal Caribbean cruises? The best thing about Royal Caribbean cruises is that we Trident Travel Marketing and Traveline both, and like this, there are other travel partners who are there in the market promoting Royal Caribbean cruises, and we are offering services to our guests in our country itself. So that is one of the biggest reasons why the reasons because of you that our travel partners is that we have a guest satisfaction ratio of 97%. Our 97% of the guests comes back very happy, and they would love, and 53% of our guests again comes back to us for another sailings. So someone who's traveled on Singapore sailing would love to go on a Europe sailing, or would love to go on a Caribbean sailing. So this is why we have a highest guest return ratio. We've been voted as one of the favorite cruise line by leading travel magazine in India. We Royal Caribbean Cruises is a global brand, so you won't find Royal Caribbean Cruises only in Europe. We are there in Alaska, we are there in Caribbean, we are there in Singapore, we are there in Europe. So we Royal Caribbean have cruises have different kind of itineraries where they are operating with these 26 ships. It's an affordable luxury in comparison to land. You'll definitely find like cruises are more affordable in comparison to any hotel or any particular destination. It's a contained cost. It's when you're planning, it's very easy to plan. It covers your multiple destination and you have to just unpack once. And there is a high level of customization. The best part is that we as Talent Travel Marketing is in India since 1993. It's been 30 years. So this is where our journey started and this is where our journey is still going on. Thank you everyone. If there's any questions, you can just let us know.
Right. So thank you so much, Mahesh sir, for this amazing and wonderful presentation. It was very informative, and especially the videos, they really added to the charm of this presentation. So a lot of our travel agent partners, seeing the things virtually helps them to see what product they are selling, what type of room they should recommend to the client that is coming to their office. So these things are really impressive. And before we begin with the question and answer round, I would also like to tell you that I can see a lot of our travel agent partners have requested for this presentation in the comment section below. So I'll request you
Great.
to share this presentation with me so that I can mail it to them.
Sure, definitely we'll do that.
Right. So now we'll begin with the question answer round. So the first question that we have received is that the activities you mentioned during your presentation, like the North Star, the Bionic Bar, so are these all activities included when you book a cruise, or these are payable over there?
So in Europe as a destination, all your activities are already all inclusive. Bionic bar is a bar where you have to pay for your drink. If you want to go and visit the bar, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, so we do have a follow-up question to this, and the question is, is there any difference in the inclusions? Like, for example, the cruise line is sailing for 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, and 16 days, let's assume. So, are the inclusion different during these 7 day, 10 day, 14 day, and 16 day trip, or they are the same?
They are the same. All the inclusions are the same for even though there's a 3 night sailing, 5 night sailing, 7 night, 9 nights, or any length of sailing, all the inclusions are same.
Okay, so the next question that we have is, if I talk about the three categories which are very popular when a travel agent is there while planning their client stay, which is value for money, premium, and then luxury. So अगर आपको recommend करना हो इन three categories के लिए यूरोप स्पेलिंग specifically, तो आप कौन सी sailing recommend करेंगे और कितनी nights की for value for money, for premium, and then for luxury? आपका recommendation क्या रहेगा?
See, value for money, all the sailings are value for money. And when you're on all those sailings, so you get the other two benefits as well, the premium uh, and the one which you said. See, what happens is we have to the guest the guest knows much better than us. Sometimes we feel like that, and that is true. Most probably, like Hanur, if he's traveling, so he will obviously go to Google or he'll ask his 10 other or 20 other friends what is an experience going on a cruise. So these people have a Hanur will go to those people who knows and have a live experience because they are the one who's spending their hard-earned money while traveling. So we don't have to do much. We have to just pep them up that whatever they're buying, just pep them up that what you're choosing is the right product at in a right destination, because this is one where you'll be at very much comfort. You will be more comfortable with. So if you're going for a value for money, so suppose what we obviously start thinking is like any cruise which is of $2,000 or $3,000 is quite expensive. But I'll tell you, if you calculate all these expenses, what the guest makes there, and is a report from one of the global newspaper that Indians are the one who spend the most in abroad when they're abroad, especially in Europe. The Europeans do love us, though they also hate us, but they do love us because we are the one who spends the most. So uh, the budget is never a problem. What people have seen and what we have also seen as looking as per our booking trends. So try to sell more of premium, because this is where now we Indians love more of premium and more of luxury.
Right. So quickly coming to the next question, and the question is if an Indian passport holder is booking a Europe sailing cruise, so what kind of passports do you think they need to apply for, and what is the process for that?
There is, if Indian passport holders are applying, so I don't think so there's any problem of they need to take the visa of those destinations which where they are spending the most of the time. So as per the itinerary, if they're spending more of the time in Italy, so they have to take visas for those destinations.
Okay. And one more question, do you recommend or do you like ask your question agents, or is it a mandate to book a travel insurance while taking a cruise booking?
We do recommend buying a assist card, that is our travel insurance, because and during the time of booking itself only, because there's a lot of features, the medical features, as well as their cruise cost is also protected somewhere. At if you want to cancel your sailing just a day prior to the departure date also, so the cruise line doesn't gives you a refund, but in other case they offer you a future cruise certificate, which you can use in any of the Royal Caribbean you can use in any of the Royal Caribbean ships in that calendar year, or in one the validity of that future cruise certificate is for 12 months. So this is the best feature. We also have to understand, though we are spending 3,000 or $4,000, so that 75% of that amount is also valuable for all of us. So it's as low as $8 per day. So if a 7 nights 8 day cruise calculated as 8 into 8, that is $64 will be your assist card cost per person. So if there's a couple traveling, hardly $128 they have to spend on assist card.
Okay. So next we have two similar kind of questions. So I'll ask both the questions at once, and then you can answer. So the first question we have is that what is the minimum number of nights you recommend for a Royal Caribbean Europe sailing? And the second question we have is that since we all know that in India, summer holidays are just around the corner. So kids will be free from their school and parents will be planning a family vacation. So in that case, do you recommend a family vacation on a cruise with kids? And if yes, what are the special things, special offerings available on a cruise to keep kids busy and happy?
Um, Minimum nights of sailing I would recommend is minimum 7 nights, because if you're not there on a European sailing for 7 nights, there's no meaning of taking a cruise ship. Though we also don't offer much of sailing with the shorter itineraries in Europe, but still a 7 night cruise is minimum. We have we had a few guests in our past who have came back to us and said that 14-night cruiser was also quite small for them, and they came back and they took a 21-night sailing from us. So people enjoy being there on the ship because they're very well taken care of. You don't have to get up in the morning and cook your breakfast or you have to just run for your breakfast in any of the destinations. And the breakfast with your preferred meal will be served you on the ship itself. So you just have to be inside one particular cruise ship, which is also visiting different destinations where you're also exploring other destinations. In terms of kids, though we all know that kids do need a lot of attention wherever they are, because otherwise, if kids, if this, if they don't enjoy it, they won't let you also enjoy your vacation. So for the kids, we have an Adventure Ocean program on the ship where kids from the age of 3 years till 18 years can enroll into this program, and the parents gets a good time together to enjoy the entire activities on the ship. So you can enroll your kids on these programs. The best benefit of these programs is that a 3 year of there is a group of ages of age in the this Adventure Ocean program. So there will be a group of 3 to 5 years of age of children, then 6 to 9 years of children. Like these, there will be different groups till 18 years of age, where these kids can mingle with each other, and the cruise ship team, they provide them a group activity to do there. So there's a lot of parents who have came back very happy that their children before and after they've seen a lot of changes, because there you're not only interacting with Indian guests, but there are other international guests also on the ship, and these Indian children have get an opportunity to mingle with the other international guests. So there's a lot of things where these children learn in on the ship.
Right. So coming to the next question, which I feel is a very good one to ask over here on this platform. And the question is that, God forbid, if there is some medical issue or health emergency while the ship is sailing, so what arrangements are there on the ship, and in what cases the person is transferred on the, the land, and how are the procedures handled? So if a travel agent wants to have that knowledge, like, so how is that handled?
So if you have already so there are two cases here. So one, if you have an assist card, which is your travel insurance, which is separately provided by the cruise line, which I mentioned the cost for 7 nights, it is $64 per guest. So there you get an advantage of medical insurance up to 50,000 US dollars. So on the ship there is a clinic where with the emergency medical which has an emergency medical equipments, and if the equipments are not sufficient, so whichever port is nearby, and if the guests have time, so when the ship arrives to the nearby port, the guests can get off the boat and can get their medical needs done from there. In case there's a port is not nearby, so the guest is being airlifted. On all of our ships there is a helipads where where the emergency helicopters can land, and they can airlift the guest to the nearby hospitals. If you don't have a assist card insurance program, then all these expenses has to be bear by the guest itself only.
Okay, so the next question that we have is regarding the honeymooners. So in India, this product is becoming very popular, where the cruises are sailing in Europe, especially the Norway, the Northern Lights, and the Antarctic region. So which is the best sailing that you would recommend to all the honeymooners that are planning their Europe sailing honeymoon trip?
You have already answered that. Northern Lights, Norway, these are the best sailings which we have. My personal would be going to Norwegian fjords, that is from Rotterdam or Southampton.
Okay, and
That will
how
be
many
either on a
nights?
Celebrity Apex, or these all are 7 nights itinerary. And
Okay.
if I want to go on a longer 12 nights, 9 nights or 10 nights itinerary, though for the honeymooners, Greek Ice is also another beautiful destination where you can go on Celebrity Apex or Odyssey of the Sea. Sorry, Celebrity Beyond or Odyssey of the Seas.
Okay. So we have one more question regarding the visa part as well. So let's say we are traveling on a 7 night cruise, and the cruise is docking on a few ports. So if we need a day pass, let's say, like we is the visa only option that is there? Like if the ship has the cruise has stopped on, let's say, Italy port, so is there any other pass or something of that sorts that is available, like to have a small tour of Italy for 5 6 hours or probably one day, or you do require a visa only? So what is the provision in that
So,
case?
anyways, you're going on a European cruise line, you need a Schengen visa. So
Okay.
that is a mandate. What cruise line does is when you're boarding the cruise ship on the boarding day itself, they take your passport and issue you a set sail pass. That pass is basic, sorry, C pass card. That C pass card is your identity to get inside a ship and to go and roam around in the ports. So these are the requirement. These are the basic things which has been there. There are some ports like the sailing is starting from Southampton and going towards the Norwegian fjords. So there you require two visas, as UK has been exited from the from the European Union after the Brexit. So UK visa and Europe visa is mandate in that cases. So you have to select your once you're selecting your itinerary, you just need to check the visa recommendations, which usually TravClan and Tyron has taken this responsibility to provide it uh, to the sub agents as well.
Right. So, Maheshji, these were all the questions that our agent had asked us. So, we are done with the question answer round. So, before we conclude today's session, would you like to add anything else? Any suggestion, any pro tip for our travel agent partners?
I've already suggested a lot of things, so I don't have to give more of suggestions. It's just a small thing that we usually face different types of guests, people who have saved their hard-earned money entire life, and then they want to go on a cruise ship or visit any destination. So the only thing which comes into as a suggestion with me is that these sailings are so well planned that in keeping in terms the guest experience and everything, that if the guest doesn't wants to go out or on the port itself also, so the ship is alive. So the the customer can still experience and still experience the ship and can experience all the facilities on the ship except for the casinos, because there's a restrictions on the casino that when the ship is on the port, you cannot experience the casinos. And for any other clarifications, Tyron is always there, Travplan is always there. We are here to provide the services and to make sure that our guests have a wonderful experience and to get your bookings.
Right. Thank you so much,
This is
sir. Thank
all
you
I
so much.
have, and thank you so much, Arnold, on providing such kind of an opportunity to present our product. It's been a wonderful experience. The questions were really wonderful. It's some such kind of questions where every one of the attendees in this presentation should know about these things.
Right. It was a pleasure to have you here today. And just
Thank you so
before we conclude today's session, even I would like to add something over here for our travel agent partners. So I see a lot of our travel agent partners booking Dubai, Thailand, Bali, Vietnam, and they are always on their toes. इस sightseeing का transfer नहीं हुआ है, इसका हो गया है, ये जल्दी से pick up करवा दो, इसका time change करवा दो. So cruise is one product where you can earn more money. The margins are good. You have a very hassle free experience. Once your client is boarded on a cruise, you need not worry about anything, no timing, nothing. Everything is very well planned and managed by the cruise staff itself. तो आपके पास कोई भी escalation नहीं आएगी, आप अपना बाकी का business बहुत ध्यान से बहुत आराम से देख सकते हैं. And obviously you are making more money. So I think this is the right opportunity and the right time as well to start booking cruises. बहुत अच्छा season आ रहा है आगे cruise experience करने के लिए. So I believe this is the right time and you should start booking. So to all our travel agent partners who joined this session today, thank you so much for being here today.
much. Thank you, Arno.
Right. And if you like today's session, do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to press the subscribe button and bell icon so that you do not miss on any future webinars happening here at Tracklearn official channel. Thank you so much, audience.